What is going on, everybody? Back with another NBA player props video to get you winning some money tonight in the NBA streets on player props apps such as Betr, Prizepicks, Underdog, Fantasy. Coming off a video yesterday where we went 5 and 1, 3 picks on Betr, going 2 and 1 of those. Cash the Jordan Poole under points and rebounds, under points and assists. Unfortunately, Keegan Murray did not go over that 5.5 rebound total. However, went ahead and cashed every single other prop that I gave out yesterday. The Torian Prince under 6.5 rebounds and assists, and the Franz Wagner over 27.5 points and assists on Underdog Fantasy. And then last but certainly not least, we had that Matt Buzelis under 5.5 rebounds over on the Prizepicks platform. That did cash as well. So looking to keep the momentum going here today, guys. We have a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game NBA slate. So I'll be going game by game, giving you guys the very best player prop on these apps, such as a Prizepick, such as a Betr, such as an Underdog Fantasy. Those will be the 3 that we're covering. If you do not have them, guys, go ahead and take advantage of my sign-up offers. Betr is going to give you all the way up to a $250 sweat-free entry when you sign up using the promo code KJKDFS, my link down below. I'll make it nice and easy on it. I'll have all of my links located down below, pinned as the top comment and in the description of the video. To make it nice and easy on you, just go down through that, and you'll get every single one of these offers that I'm going to bring up. Prizepicks, they'll give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5. Once again, same promo code. Once again, it will be linked below. KJKDFS link will make it easy on you. And last but certainly not least, we got the Underdog Fantasy platform where you can get all the way up to a $1,000 deposit bonus with the promo code KJKDFS with my link down below. So we're looking to keep it going, guys. Keep in mind, we got a bunch of different pending injury news and such, right? So I'm going to do my best with the news that we do have confirmed. Going to be giving you guys picks based upon that. We just got even more injury news, I know, with the Philadelphia 76ers. So it's just that time in the NBA season. The free content, I'll be giving you guys as much value as I can for free at the time of recording with the knowledge and the information that we have. Just keep in mind, if you do want access to every single one of my plays as soon as I place them, the VIP member package, the Platinum package is going to be where it's at. Brand new, going to be having sportsbook picks over there, as well as every single platform that I cover: Prizepicks, Underdog Fantasy, Betr, Sleeper Picks. That will have a higher price tag. However, I want to get as many people in there trying it out as possible at a discounted price, because I do have a lot of faith in the product. I can get you in cheap, rack up those wins, be able to pay for the months to come, right? That $99.99 price tag is only a $25 price tag through the end of March. So take advantage of that while you can. The VIP member package will remain the same. You'll get access to every single one of my plays as soon as I place them. I've gone ahead and given those members, though, access to that Platinum member package once again through the end of March to get you in there, my loyal members, for a discounted price to get access to all that stuff so you can see what's going on and rack up the wins so that it can pay for itself. That's the goal. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break this thing down. And we'll start things off with the first game tonight in the Boston Celtics Miami Heat. Let's get into it. Boston Celtics taking on the Miami Heat. We have a 213.5 over under 8-point spread in favor of the Boston Celtics. We do have a ton of pending injury news on the Boston Celtics side, so I don't want to touch that side in this video today. Kind of want to give you, like I said, as many plays as I can with the information that we have. We are missing a ton of different information on the Celtics side, so rather than try to attack that side, I'm going to give you the best prop that I have on the Miami Heat side, and it will be featured on Underdog Fantasy, and it will involve Andrew Wiggins. So we'll go ahead and pull him up here on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Daily Grind Fantasy, guys, if you do not have this tool, this is the same tool that I used during yesterday's video to detect all that value. You saw all the results at the beginning. The green on our screen is always the goal, right? And this is going to bring in millions of dollars of sportsbook data into an optimizer and give you the very best plays on these player props apps. As you can see, there is some pretty big edge on the under 21.5 points and assists for Andrew Wiggins. If you use my link down below, you can get 25% off this tool. But what is it telling us? Let's get into the information here. 53.4% chance. Why? Because he's minus 130 on the under on BetMGM, minus 145 on the under at that 21.5 number on Hot Streak, and then he's listed at pretty much even money, like a 50-50 coin flip at 20.5 on multiple major sports books, such as a FanDuel, such as a DraftKings, such as a Caesars, right? They're essentially saying he's like a coin flip to either end at 20 or 21.5. And then in markets where he is listed at that 21.5 number, they're saying it's a very high likelihood, he stays under that 21.5. So this is the data that I'm using every single day to find the very best plays on these apps. This is the data that you want to be using to succeed long-term on these apps. And this is going to be the first play on the video, once again, located over on Underdog Fantasy if you don't have the app. Guys, just make sure you're signing up for these apps, getting those deposit bonuses with my links down below, my codes, and then you're going to go be able to get a ton of different value. We don't care what app we're attacking. All that we care about is that it is offering us the very best value. So this first game, the Boston Celtics taking the Miami Heat. Just so happens, Andrew Wiggins, we're getting the best value on Underdog Fantasy with that 21.5 points and assists prop. So first game down, first pick down. Let's go ahead and continue along here. And we will be advancing on to the Indiana Pacers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, where I just said we just got a ton of different injury news there with Oubre, with Grimes being listed as questionable. So rather than attacking the Sixers side, let's go ahead and give you an Indiana Pacers prop. Aside that we don't have any pending injury news, let's get into it. Indiana Pacers side, we discussed all that questionable news on the Philadelphia 76ers. That's going to be a little bit of a mess to cover right now in this video, but I do have a solid prop here on the Betr platform with Tyrese Halliburton. And what prop is that going to be? Well, we'll discuss his under 13.5 rebounds and assists. Once again, the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer bringing in all the different data that we need to detect the very best plays on these app. A 53.89% chance that they hit the under, because we have a minus 135 price tag on the under 13.5 on DraftKings, minus 130 on BetMGM, minus 137 on Caesars, and he is listed all the way down to 12.5 on FanDuel, right? So all these different markets indicating to us there is a high likelihood he's going to stay under the 13.5, essentially saying he's going to go over the 12.5 and end with 13 even, which you'll hear me talk about all the time on this channel, just how precise these markets are, right on the middle. Oftentimes when the guys listed at 12.5, 13.5, you can bet he's going to be ending with 13 even, right? So if we were to get the 12.5 on this app, there's a good chance we'd want to be taking the over. But at the 13.5 number, we want to be taking the under. If he's at 13 even, there's a good chance there's no edge in the prop. It's just kind of a stay away on whatever app that you are playing. So Betr, once again, $250 sweat-free offer. Take advantage of that. But most importantly, be taking advantage of the Tyrese Halliburton under 13.5 rebounds and assists. Really good prop as discussed at that number, most notably the under 13.5. Talked about the value that can be offered over here on Betr with this specific prop. So if you don't have the app, go ahead and get it so that you can detect that value. Be locking it in, be taking advantage of the value with us here today. Game number 3, we got the LA Clippers taking on the Atlanta Hawks, and we do have another nice prop free here over on Betr. Going to be talking about Mr. James Harden. This game is a 233.5 over under 4.5 point spread in favor of the LA Clippers. Kawhi Leonard back in the lineup after getting that night off. Should be a full go here for the LA Clippers, and I do have a prop here tonight that's popping once again on Betr in Mr. James Harden Daily Grind telling us that we have a 54.32% chance to hit this one. The under 42.5 points and rebounds and assists. Minus 139 on the under. On Pinnacle, he's all the way down to 41.5 on two very sharp books in FanDuel and DraftKings. Minus 135 on BetMGM, minus 125 on Caesars. You can see very clearly favored on the under aggressively at the 42.5 number on some sharp books here. And all the way down to 41.5, clearly indicating to us that there is some really good edge on the under 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You don't make money on these apps by quote-unquote knowing ball, guys. You do it by finding edges. They're pretty much saying that James Harden's going to end with 42 points, rebounds, and assists here tonight. It's not that James Harden is not good at basketball. He's very good at basketball. That's why his points, rebounds, and assist prop is set all the way up at 42.5. Okay, so you got to keep this all on account here. Pretty much saying he's going to end either with 41 or 42. We are getting the edge on the under 42.5. Go ahead and lock that in here for game number 3. For pick number 3, we're rocking with that James Harden under 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And this can be found over on Betr. Once again, guys, if you do not have it, take advantage of this value because you're not going to be able to get it on these other apps. So we want to be using every single one of our apps. We want to be using Betr, Prizepicks, Prizepicks, and Underdog Fantasy every single day to detect the very best value. Okay, so we got that under 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists on Betr for James Harden. Phenomenal prop here for game number 3. For pick number 3. And let's go ahead and continue along here. Dallas taking on the Houston Rockets. We once again have a team with a bunch of different injury news for this. So for the sake of the content, I'm going to stay away from the Dallas side. We're going to be talking about my favorite Houston Rockets prop here. Paris, and we'll be kicking it back on over to the Underdog Fantasy platform for this one, guys, because we do have some really solid value on one of his props here tonight, most notably the points and rebounds prop at this number, guys, the 22.5 points and rebounds. And we do like the under here. Why? Because once again, we're using that multi-million-dollar sportsbook data, guys, and we have the best chance of winning with this particular prop. And Terry Easton, a 52.9% chance to hit because he is a -130 favorite on the under at that 22.5 number on FanDuel, and he's listed all the way down to 21.5 at even money on DraftKings, guys. Same concept you've heard me talk about throughout the content, same concept you'll hear me repeat over and over again, right? They're charging a price for you to take the under 22.5 on FanDuel. You're going to have to risk $130 to win 100, and they're essentially saying it's a coin flip, take either side at 21.5 on DraftKings, indicating to us they're saying he's going to end with 21 points and rebounds or 22 points and rebounds. But if we can capture it at the 22.5, we got some really good edge in the under. That's what this data is saying. Some of you have been sports betting for a while. You probably know what all this data means. Some may be clueless. So I do try to key in, tell you exactly kind of how all that works. And once again, this will be another prop over on Underdog Fantasy. If you don't have it, it's as simple as clicking the link down below, getting that $1,000 deposit bonus. We don't care what app we're playing on. We care about getting the very best value. And we have some really good value here tonight with this under 22.5 points rebounds for Tari Eason. Let's continue along to the next game. We got the Orlando Magic, Minnesota Timberwolves. Cole Anthony listed as questionable in this one. That does look like it is our only piece of news, but it is pretty relevant. He is the starting point guard for the Orlando Magic, so I'll keep things safe for the content. We'll be talking about my favorite Minnesota Timberwolves prop here tonight. Back on over to the Betr platform for this one, guys, and we'll be talking about a stud here tonight in Anthony Edwards. We do have some good value on multiple props, similar to what we talked about yesterday on the content with Jordan Poole, if you tuned in. So we got a nice 2-for-1 special here in Anthony Edwards, and we're going to be discussing his points and rebounds prop and his points, rebounds, and assist prop. Either of these, if you're able to get, I just refreshed. They're bringing in the data in real time, but that 29.5 points and rebounds prop looking phenomenal here at the 29.5 number. We have the 55.94% chance to hit on that prop. Makes us very, very happy when we're able to detect that kind of value here on the Betr platform here tonight. We do want to be taking advantage of it as soon as possible and taking advantage of these Anthony Edwards props because there's some really good value. So that 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists, the 29.5 points and rebounds, like I said, similar to what we discussed yesterday with Jordan Poole, guys. We got kind of a 2-for-1 special because both of these props do have some really good value on them. The Anthony Edwards points and rebounds prop, the Anthony Edwards points, rebounds, and assists. And once again, why am I picking this? What's the data going in behind it? This multi-million-dollar sportsbook data, guys, telling us they've simply mispriced it. The PRA is coming in real time, but the 29.5, if you're able to capture it at that number, hopefully you saw it when I brought it up on the screen at first, and that 34.5 points, rebounds, and assist prop, both phenomenal props here tonight for Anthony Edwards. And once again, you can take advantage of that sweat-free offer on Betr up to $250 if you have not taken advantage of it. So we want to be getting that deposit match. We want to be getting this prop. Most importantly, we want to be getting this prop at that number, right? That's what we really care about. Getting the best value on these apps, getting the prop at that number. As we can see in real time, if we refresh the GGF optimizer, this is the data I was referring to. That 34.5 points, rebounds, and assist prop. Phenomenal prop, man. We got a 2-for-1 special. Hopefully they have either of these props available. You can lock in the over 29.5 points and rebounds. They're giving it a 55.39% chance to hit. The PRA, they're giving it a 55.21% chance to hit. Both are phenomenal props. If you had to ask me which one I'd take, simply from a data point aspect, I'd probably rock with the PRA just because we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different data points telling us that that's a good play. But in real time, I'm sure we'll see this bring me even more data for the points and rebounds prop. I just like to have as many points of data as possible. So if you had to ask me if both are available, when you go ahead and lock in your plays, I would prefer this PRA. However, the points and rebounds also a phenomenal prop here tonight. So we got a little bit more of a 2-for-1 special on this play here in the Anthony Edwards points and rebounds, the PRA. Both phenomenal plays. Both will be my plays from this Orlando Magic Minnesota game. So we've knocked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and advance on down to the 6th game. We got the Charlotte Hornets taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Doesn't look like we have any major injury news as of now. You never know at this time of the NBA season. That could change in a major way later on. But for the time being, we don't have to pick one side because no pending injury news. I can go ahead and pick my favorite prop from either side in this game, so let's talk about it. Spurs, Hornets, 231.5 over under, 2.5 point spread in favor of the San Antonio Spurs. We'll be sticking on the Better Picks platform for this one. We'll be discussing Mr. Chris Paul at the point guard position for the San Antonio Spurs. Getting late in the season, he's been a little bit limited on minutes, and we do have some pretty good value here on one of his props on the under his 20.5 points, rebounds, and assist prop. Guys, a minus 136 favorite on Pinnacle, one of the sharpest sports book in the world. And he's listed at 19.5. Once again, two different data points at pretty much even money on FanDuel and DraftKings. That's very, very, very significant data. The fact that the two largest multi-billion-dollar companies in FanDuel and DraftKings are listing him an entire point rebounds and assists less than the 20.5 number, and they're not even charging a juice to take the over too bad. It's like essentially even money, indicating to us that there's a really high chance, in their opinion, that he's going to end with either 19, 20, maybe even 18 points, rebounds, and assists. So the fact that we're able to get this 20.5 number, really, really good edge on that one, so I'll make it nice, short, and sweet for you. That'll be the breakdown there. Good edge on the under 29.5 here for Chris Paul. Once again, this can be found on the Better Picks platform, so if you don't have it, it's as simple as clicking the link down below, getting the app, and detecting the value. All we care about is getting the very best value on all of these apps every single day. So if you don't have it, take advantage of that sign-up offer. Go ahead and lock this play in. The Chris Paul under 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists will be the next play here on today's video for that Charlotte-San Antonio Spurs game. Let's go ahead and head on over to the next game in the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Does look like we have some pending injury news in this one. Jaren Jackson Jr. pretty much a 50-50 to play in this one with the latest injury report. Donovan Mitchell has been listed as out. DeAndre Hunter is listed as probable, so he is expected to go here tonight. So essentially, we have one little piece of injury news on the Memphis side. Cleveland pretty much solidified here tonight, so I will lean towards the Cleveland side, and we do have some pretty good value on a prop here today. DeAndre Hunter, talked about how he's listed as probable. With there being no Donovan Mitchell, should see a nice increase in usage here. You can take Donovan Mitchell off the court, who were the top guys that get a usage bump. You can see DeAndre Hunter gets a 19% usage bump over a 126-minute sample size. So DeAndre Hunter should see a lot more usage with no Donovan Mitchell on the court here tonight. DeAndre Hunter, no Donovan Mitchell. DeAndre Hunter looking at another 2-for-1 special here tonight, because we can get this play on Underdog Fantasy, and we can get this play on Better Picks. So this is going to be one of those that will apply to multiple platforms. You can see very best play on the Underdog Fantasy app, the over 18.5 points and rebounds. We're looking at a 52.93% chance to hit on the over, listed at 19.5, again on FanDuel and DraftKings and Caesars. Favorite on the over at that 18.5, and it looks like we can get him on Prizepicks as well. So actually a 3-for-1 special here for you guys here with DeAndre Hunter. I might have to go ahead and make him the thumbnail for that reason. If we're able to get him on all three platforms, it's not every day that you can do that. So we certainly want to be taking advantage of that. Once again, you can get him on Prizepicks, you can get him on Underdog Fantasy, and you can get him on Better Picks. It does look like at the time of recording at the 18.5 number. We want the over here on Prizepicks. Certainly take advantage of that. Once again, they'll give you that $50 instantly when you play your first $5 if you haven't locked in over there. So we like him on Prizepicks. We like him on Underdog Fantasy. We like him on Better Picks, right? As long as we're able to capture that same number, which we can at the time of recording, it does make us happy. So you can get him on Prizepicks, you can get him on Underdog Fantasy, and you can get him over on Better Picks. The more apps, the merrier, and looking like a really solid play on all three here tonight. So DeAndre Hunter, the over 18.5 points and rebounds, can pull in that data here in the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. You can see Better Picks, bringing in all that data, giving it a 53.17% chance to hit. Underdog Fantasy, bringing in all that data, giving it a 52.93% chance to hit. Just more data points, doing all that math for us. And as mentioned, you can get them over on Prizepicks here tonight as well, which certainly does make us happy. So really solid prop there. DeAndre Hunter, the over 18.5 points and rebounds, one we want to be attacking here tonight. Let's go ahead and head on to the LA Lakers, Denver Nuggets. Does look like everyone's kind of solidified on the injury report here today. There was some speculation that Luka Doncic might not be in tonight, second half of a back-to-back. So for that sake, I'll keep things on the Denver side. We have a bunch of probable stuff. I don't know. It's kind of a 50-50 as a matter of fact. I'll just give you the best overall prop at the time of recording with the data that and the information that we have at our disposal, because we don't really truly know, and we also do have a question tag in Aaron Gordon. Let's talk about my favorite prop from this one right now. The Better Picks platform for this one, we're going to be talking about Mr. Nikola Jokic, and multiple ones popping for us on DGF here. You can see the best one that they're giving is the 41.5 points and rebounds. I'm actually going to go ahead and promote this 38.5 points and assist prop, though, because it's really sticking out to me. Look at this discrepancy on DraftKings. He's all the way down at 36.5 and FanDuel 36.5. This is a crazy difference. The fact that he's an entire 2 off in the points and assists combo prop on 2 major sports books in FanDuel and DraftKings is pretty crazy. He's only 1 off on that one up there as far as the points and rebounds. However, he is favored on the under at the 40.5, so that's really popping in DGF. I think you might have more of a chance of capturing this prop after releasing this recording as well, so it could be a nice little beneficiary for those of you watching the content to promote this one. 38.5 points and assists, like the under, man. A really big discrepancy there in the market on Nikola Jokic's points and assists. The fact that we're getting 2 off on a combo prop is very significant. Quite crazy, to be frank. That is not an everyday thing that you're going to be able to get. So the 38.5 points and assist prop, at that number, we're getting some really big edge as discussed. You always want to be looking at every single one of your data points, analyzing the data, and pretty much even money, slightly favored on the over at 36.5, an entire 2 off a combo prop, and the 38.5 points and assists. Really, really popping to me here using this data from our friends over at Daily Grind Fantasy. So certainly want to be taking advantage of that prop here. In this one for the Denver Nuggets LA Lakers game, just keep in mind, guys, it's Nikola Jokic. Obviously, he's very good at basketball. We don't care about that because the market's pricing it appropriately, right? They're saying this guy's probably going to score, 36, 37, 38 points and assists. Like, it's a lot of points, it's a lot of assists. That's what Nikola Jokic does. We're just getting the edge on the prop at that 38.5 number. We do like the under. So we've gone ahead and banged out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games of this 10-game slate. Let's go ahead and speed things up, talk about these last 2, and get out the door. We got the Toronto Raptors and the Utah Jazz. Do have some injury news on both sides of this game. It does look like a little bit less on the Utah Jazz side of things, but we're going to just go ahead and use the data, the information that we have at our disposal right now. Give it the very best prop from these last 2 games. We'll kick things off with this Toronto Raptors Utah Jazz game. We'll be sticking on the Better Picks platform. I've said it once, I'll say it again, guys. This platform just has a ton of different offers as far as value is concerned. And they got another really good prop here to be targeting here tonight in RJ Barrett. His rebounds, guys, the over 5.5 rebounds. I do know that this was available on other platforms earlier when I was kind of doing a little bit of digging around the industry, but for the time of recording, Better Picks. RJ Barrett over 5.5 rebounds. You can see a 54.49% chance to hit on the over, the minus 143 on Pinnacle price tag, minus 135 on DraftKings, minus 135 BetMGM, minus 137 Caesars, minus 145 BetMGM. All of these different data points telling us he's expected to go over a 54.49% chance to hit on that over here tonight for RJ Barrett. Some really, really good value on Better Picks. If it's available on Prizepicks, I would certainly advocate for you locking it in over there as well. I know at the time of recording it was available, but you can see, he's been moved up to 6 even on Prizepicks. No surprise, so it's there. Prizepicks tends to bump their props quite quickly, but good news. We can get it over on Better Picks, so take advantage of that. Once again, a ton of different value on Better Picks on a daily basis. If you don't have the app, you're missing out, and it's not changing here tonight. We went ahead and broke down the data for you guys. A ton of different data points telling us is over 5.5 is favorited. Scotty Barnes is listed as questionable. If Scotty Barnes gets ruled out, that could just be an upgrade for RJ Barrett's rebounds. If Scotty Barnes is ruled in, it could be an upgrade for his rebounds, to be frank, because the Toronto Raptors have been playing 2 bigs quite often, but no Jakob Poeltl here tonight. Regardless, looks like a spot that could be opening up some rebounds here for RJ Barrett. So that will be my play here for that game. We got the over 5.5 rebounds for RJ Barrett. Millions and millions of dollars of sportsbook data backing it. Take advantage of that prop here tonight. And then last but certainly not least, we got the Sacramento Kings taking on the Phoenix Suns. Do have both centers listed as questionable in this game in Nick Richards and Domantas Sabonis, but once again, I'll give you the best prop that I got at the time of recording with the data, with the information that we have. Let's break it down for you. We will once again be talking Better Picks, and we'll be talking about Kevin Durant Easy money sniper, one of the top shooters in the league, a 232.5 over under 3-point spread in favor of the Phoenix Suns. Expected to play at a decent pace, expected to stay close. And we got a missed price over on Betr, so let's discuss exactly what it is. His over 25.5 points, 53.39% chance to hit. You can see literally every single market has him at 26.5. Pinnacle 26.5, FanDuel 26.5, DraftKings 26.5, BetMGM 26.5, Caesars 26.5, BetOnline 26.5. Every single market has an entire point higher. We're looking at a 53.39% chance to hit. The fact that the only possible place you can get, with all the data being brought into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, the millions of dollars of sportsbook data, the only place you can get that 25.5 number is on Betr. Take advantage of that value, man. It's a perfect example of taking advantage of all your apps, all of your resources, finding the very best value, and attacking. Not a single other place you could be getting the Kevin Durant 25.5 points with the data we're bringing in. So we want to be taking advantage of it. We want to be going over to Betr, and we do want to be capturing him at the 25.5 number, giving us the very best chance to win. You can certainly look around at our other apps, see if he's available on Prizepicks, but I can tell you right now, there's a good chance he's not going to be listed at that number. You can see 26.5. So rather than giving yourself a less chance to win, guys, it's really simple. Just pivot on over to another app and a Betr, get that entire point discount, lock in the 25.5, where you can see we're getting the best possible chance to win with that 53.39% chance odds to hit. Take advantage, lock it in, and that will be the last pick for this 10-game NBA slate here tonight on Prizepicks. 10-gamer, a lot of different things discussed in this one. So hopefully you enjoyed the content. Lock in all the plays that we discussed. Take advantage of all of those different sign-up bonuses, guys. Once again, the Betr, they'll give you a $250 sweat-free offer. We talked about Underdog Fantasy. We talked about Prizepicks, etc. If you have not signed up over on the premium content, you can get access to every single one of my plays before I even place them actually now with the new Platinum package. Really ramping things up over there, and I will be having sportsbook picks as well. Could be seeing a sports betting channel launched for me very shortly. It's actually already been launched in the background, but the premium content's really going to be where you want to be at if you're looking to get access to every single one of the plays as soon as I place them, with the injury news going up and down and everything. All the value, all the tools that we discuss in this content, you get it all at a discount. All of these softwares cost a lot of money, a lot of time to do all the research. If you have a lot going on in your life and you just want access to a Discord where you're spoon-fed profitable plays, this is where you're going to want to be at. Thanks for tuning in. Wishing you all the very best of luck on your NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.